Okay, so tonight is our last chance to get the shiny Patrat, the second shiny Patrat, before I run out of eggs and I need to go and collect more. I have 4 more boxes left. That is 120 remaining eggs. If there's no shinies in these 120 eggs, then we're screwed. I need to collect more eggs. But first, let me show you guys something. A friend of mine, he went on a trip to Japan recently, and then he went to Korea. Look at what he got me. So he got me this real quick. Let me just show you. So this is an Iron Man arc reactor. This is from the Infinity War. This one is the Mark 50 arc reactor. Now, funny thing is, I think this is missing something. Because if you look over here on this piece of paper it came with, so you can see it has the Iron Man head, the Iron Man 2 suitcase, proof that Tony Stark has a heart. That one I think was from Iron Man 2, and then the one from Infinity War. You can see here that there's supposed to be a little stand for it to light up, LED. Now, it didn't come with that. Unless I just got super unlucky, because look, there's the hole that you're supposed to put the stand in to have it light up. Unless it's sold separately. So, I don't have the stand. This time it's not my fault, because it just didn't come with it. Unless the moment I touched the capsule, it vanished into the back rooms. If that's the case, then that's a world record for me to lose something. He also, this isn't mine. He gave me this in order to pass it down to another friend of ours. He got this for him. Yeah, I'm totally gonna give this to him. I'm totally not gonna keep this for myself. Ahem. Okay, let's get started. Sorry about that. I don't even have my stylus. Remember, no cheating devices are that thing that, the charging thing that came with the 3DS. I need my stylus. Alright, let's just line this up. Make sure it looks straight. Yeah, that looks fine, I guess. I hope this isn't too loud, because it's hard for me to control and hard for me to judge. You know, there's a reason that I don't do music, like background music whenever I do these, because last time got a copyright claim, not a strike, copyright claim. It was actually Plants vs. Zombies Watery Graves. It's not a strike, so it doesn't affect the channel, but it's like... And even though I'm not making any money off of this, so a copyright claim wouldn't matter anyways, it's like, it still kind of sucks, right? So not doing music is just less of a hassle, you know? I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I got a good number of shinies recently. I finished my shiny Minior hunt, so I have every color of Minior shiny, even though they all look the same. And then afterwards, I decided I'm going to continue and finish my Scarlet and Violet shiny Fion hunt. So I did that, and a day later I got it. I got shiny Fion. Thankfully, that didn't take too long, because I was tired of hatching eggs, in Scarlet and Violet, and especially tired because Fion literally took twice as long to hatch compared to Minior. Oh, fun little story. Last week, when my friends came over, just before we were playing Smash on the big TV, I still had my Violet game on because I was still hatching the remaining Minior eggs at the time, after I had got the last shiny. One of my friends was pointing out, like, yo, why is its name Miner? Why is its name Miner? And then they saw the shiny, yo, it's a black miner. I never noticed that, actually. The Minior's name is really hard carried by the extra I. Because without that extra I, it really does say Miner. Okay, so aside from Shiny Fion, also recently it was Ponyta Community Day in Pokemon Go. I forget how many I got. I got a handful of shiny Ponytas, both Cantonian and Galarian, and I also got a shiny Wooloo that day. Today, let's see. So today I was pretty bored. For once, I had absolutely nothing at all to shiny hunt, like at all. So I decided to pick up my, preparation Solgaleo hunt. See, beforehand, I shiny hunted every Tapu in Dynamax Adventures. One, to collect ore to prepare for Zygarde, and two, just to get their shinies in preparation. Because currently, as of me playing this, the only way to get a shiny Tapu is Dynamax Adventures. Now that'll most likely change in the future with new shiny hunting methods. But right now, as of this moment, only way to get shiny Tapus is Dynamax Adventures. So, to save me the hassle of doing that in future games where, more than likely in a future game, the Tapus can be transferred into, but they cannot be caught shiny natively in the game, the only way to get the shiny Tapus into the game is through Dynamax Adventures. So, to prepare for that, and also to collect ore to prepare for Zygarde, I just hunted them. I hunted them in preparation for a game in the future to have them, to put them into. And the exact same case for Solgaleo, Lunala, and Necrozma. Now, yes, I did just shiny hunt all of those, but those were for my Violet game. And, seeing that the only way to get them, at all currently, is Dynamax Adventures, well, let me do the same thing, since I don't really have anything else to hunt. Get another one, get another shiny one in preparation for the sole purpose of putting them into a game in the future where they cannot be shiny hunted natively. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, today I decided to pick that up again. Did a couple of runs, and I ended up getting a shiny Magmar from it. So that's nice. And also, today I got 4 shiny, authentic Sinistea. See, what had happened was, I was trying to date skip, I was trying to reset for a Skarmory outbreak. Because Skarmory is rather hard to get without breeding. I don't want to breed, take the lazy way out. I kind of want to challenge myself with this one. So, you know how in the Blueberry Academy terrarium at the canyon biome, that one spot with the static Terra Haxorus, that spot rarely spawns Skarmory. And it's really tough to get shiny, because not only is it more of a rare spawn, it is also surrounded by other flying and steel types. So, I try to reset for an outbreak. And in doing so, I got an outbreak that was a question mark, meaning it had a form that I did not yet register into the Pokedex. So I got curious. I'm like, what is this? So I went over to take a look. It was an authentic Sinistea outbreak. And I'm just like, okay, I'll take it. It's no Skarmory, but I'll take it. So that's what I did. But I did not hunt it during the day, because like I said, today I had literally nothing to hunt. And the reason for that is, well, I didn't bring my other Switch in order to give me a sandwich boost. To give myself a sandwich boost without wasting Herba Mystica. And also I wanted to wait until I came home anyway, so that I could hunt it on a bigger screen. Because Sinistea is small, so it's hard to see. I didn't want to, like, you know, completely strain my eyes by heavily staring at my Switch screen. Trying to spot, like, is this one pink? You know, surprisingly enough, on a bigger screen, it is actually quite noticeable. As long as you can see it, of course. Yeah, so, there's that. So, yeah, today I got a shiny Magmar, trying to get a shiny Solgaleo, and I got 4 shiny authentic Sinestees. Or antique Sinestees. 2 of them have marks. The first one I got had a Dawn mark, then the 4th one had a Scowling mark. So that's cool. And I got something else today. It wasn't a shiny, but it is still noteworthy and rare. Today in Pokemon Go, I got a 0 IV Sneasel. It was just randomly at dinner. My family and I, we went out for dinner while we were waiting for a seat. Nearby, there was a gym with an open spot. I thought, okay, I'll walk over there, put down a Pokemon into the gym to, you know, collect them Pokecoins. On the way, I just needed to, you know, spin some Pokestops and use up some items or whatever. So there was a low CP Sneasel, so I caught it, and it was a 0 IV. For those who don't know, 0 IV Pokemon are even more rare than 100% IV in Pokemon Go. So you find them, it's worth keeping them. And you know what? Speaking of something that happened during dinner, while my family and I we were out eating dinner today, the restaurant was playing some background music. At first, like, I'm like, is this the song I think it is? Like, I wasn't really paying attention to it. I heard, like, hints of the melody in the background. And then I paid attention to what the song was. I'm like, oh yeah, it is this song. So the song in question that was playing was Every Time We Touch. And I, unironically, actually like that song. Like, you know, depending on the version, I like the song. Be it a slow version, Nightcore, or the original, I just like that song. And it's crazy, like, I looked it up afterwards, too, like, when we got home. I looked it up. That song, as of this moment, came out 17 years ago, in 2007. Like, I was telling my sister at dinner, like, I actually like this song. My sister was like, do you know how old this song is? This song was, you know, quote-unquote, new when my sister was in elementary school. Like, let that sink in. And then I do the joke, open the door, there's a sink there. I know that's been popping off lately. But in all realness, let that sink in. That song was new when my big sister was in elementary school. My sister's married now, and I graduated college. But yeah, I still like that song. Is it cringe that I can totally see myself play that at my own wedding if I ever get married? Is that cringe? So yeah, like, aside from that, not much else happened. I am genuinely running out of things to shiny hunt. I mean, I have plenty of things to shiny hunt here, but the thing is, I do these shiny hunts I do these shiny hunts here. Like, here, with you guys. Like, right here. I do these shiny hunts with you guys here. And I do these hunts every couple of days. So this isn't something for me to hunt on my own. On my own, I don't have many things to hunt anymore. That was the point of the mini-ores. Something for me to hunt to keep me busy. Well, now that I'm done that, I don't have much more to shiny hunt. I mean, yes, if I really dig, I can find something to hunt. Now, something that will keep me busy if we, you know, don't get the shiny Patrat today, that is, I need to collect more eggs. That alone's gonna keep me busy. Huh. And also, you know, resetting for a Skarmory outbreak, that alone will also take me a little bit of time. You know, you hear people online say it took them hours to reset for a specific outbreak. Yeah. You know, a part of me doubts it's even possible, but of course it should be possible. You know, any Pokemon that spawns in the wild in those games can have an outbreak. It's just, you know, you're looking for... There's a bit of spit here. It's just... If you're looking for one specific Pokemon out of, like, the hundreds that can spawn in the game, yeah, it's gonna take a while before that one spawns. Was that it, or... Yeah, that was it. There wasn't a shiny in there and I didn't pay attention, right? No, there was no shinies in there. Can you believe initially, before I started this hunt, as I was collecting these eggs, I was thinking like, am I collecting too many eggs? Now it seems like I don't have enough eggs. Filling out my entire... Oop, music's over. Filling out my entire... No, dude, you will not be playing that ad. Filling out my entire box, not my entire box, my entire PC box full of eggs, that's still not enough. I still can't believe this didn't come with the stand. Like, is it not supposed to? Is this sold separately? Is the stand sold separately? Because look, there's the hole at the bottom where you're supposed to stick the stand in for it to light up. Like, is it sold separately? Because if not, this is just like a keychain. Where'd that paper go? Ah, here it is. See, look, this is what it is. Iron Man movie item collection. Now, I can't read what this oops, I can't read what this says, so maybe it says sold separately. Look, it's supposed to have a stand so that it lights up, right? Or at least, if not lights up, then a stand to display it. So, like, did I just get unlucky and the capsule I got just didn't have it? Oh yeah, I also got a shiny Tangela in Pokemon Go the other day. So let me tell you guys why my hands currently are orange scented. My hands reek in a good way of oranges. So I kid you not, my house probably has like 50 oranges. You might be questioning, why do I have 50 oranges at home? Well, you guys know how my dad is. He prays a lot, and whenever he prays, like once a week, or I don't know how often. Once a week, or maybe maybe it's once every 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't pay attention. He always has to buy, fresh fruit as like an offering or whatever. If it's not oranges, it's apples. And obviously, if we don't eat it all, well, he's going to buy more, so it'll just pile up. Oranges, they last longer. So I guess my family, we got sick of eating apples. Wow, I've never had that happen before. Where the stream crashed here, doing this. Never had that happen before. I don't know if that's going to save as a VOD or not. Wow, I've never had that happen before. One of these ones crashed. I can see that the stream quality is absolute garbage right now. It is super blurry even if I try to change the quality. Well, I guess we just have to be patient and let that ride out. Let that pass. So as I was saying, so that's why my house is absolutely filled with fruit. So earlier tonight, my mom wanted me to juice the oranges for them, for the family. So that's exactly what I did. Literally just before I started this, I finished juicing the oranges I have. It was a lot of work, actually. It was simple work, but it was a lot of things to do. Now, I didn't, I didn't squeeze the juice out by hand. Hell nah. What I did was I removed all the, orange flesh. I put it into a blender, added some water if needed, and then I strained it through a fine mesh sieve in order to get all the juices separated from the pulp. So that's what I ended up doing. It may not have been hard work, but it was a lot of work. First I had to peel all the oranges, and then, just in case, every time before I put it into the blender, I roughly chopped it, just to make sure there weren't any seeds in it. And then I blended it, and then rinse and repeat. After I blended, I strained it, And eventually, you know, when the bowl got full, I used a bowl instead of straining it into the cup because it was a bigger opening. You know, it was a lot of work. I didn't want the juice to end up on the counter. So I strained it into a bowl, and once the bowl got full, I ladled it into a cup. Now, I didn't just pour it into a cup, because same thing, I didn't want to accidentally spill it. So just to be safe, I used a ladle. I know that was a lot of unnecessary work, but you know, just to be safe, right? Just to make sure that I don't waste it. I ended up juicing like 6 oranges. I had like 10. I had like 10 pulled out. I mean, I only had time to juice 6. So, and that only yielded 3 cups of orange juice. None of which I get any of. Because there was only 3 cups. So 1 cup each for my parents and then 1 for my sister. So I get none of the hard work. You know what I get? I get the pulp. And you must be crazy if you think I'm going to waste that pulp. You know, because it's like, well, what's really the difference between me chewing the actual orange and swallowing it versus just eating the pulp, right? Hey, we paid good money for this. I'm not going to waste it. And of course, I'm not just going to eat a bowl of orange pulp by the spoonful. So what I did was I rather just mixed up all the pulp into a big pitcher of water, and I'm just going to slowly drink it. It's basically just like water, like chunky, chewy, orange pulp water with a hint of flavor, because, you know, all the orange juice is out of it. So every time I take a sip of water, I get a mouthful of orange pulp. I mean, hey, it's fiber at least. This is what sacrifice looks like. I juiced all of that, all those oranges, all that hard work for my family, just for me to not have any, just for me to, you know, have the leftover pulp. This is what sacrifice looks like, even if no one appreciates it. So, yeah, it's not looking good so far. We're hatching these eggs and no shiny. It's not looking good so far. So I don't know what part of the orange has the most vitamin C. Is it the juice or the pulp? I don't know. After I got back home from dinner, I did notice this like little growth thing, this like little pimple or wart in my cheek that's growing. Like it's something growing inside my mouth. I mean, hey, vitamin C is good. I don't know if it's, you know, the juice or the pulp. But regardless, me actually consuming all this pulp instead of just wasting it, you know, it's not without reason. Has some sort of benefit. You know, my dad saw me spooning all this orange pulp into this pitcher of water, calling me crazy, like, son, why don't you just eat oranges? I'm just like, this is eating oranges. This is just oranges just blended up. This is me eating oranges. Sure, all the juices are gone, but like, it's still me eating the orange. And you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. you know, yes, drinking water is healthy, but sometimes drinking water, it just gets boring, you know? Sometimes you just want a little bit of flavor in your water. And, you know, a little hint of orange in your water, that's pretty good. What other song can I play? Okay, let's pause this because I think that's enough of that song for now. What other songs can I play? Oh, that's one box down. 3 remaining. Whoops. 3 remaining. 90 eggs left. Please, a shiny, I beg you. Let's play this one instead. It's been a while since I heard this one. A Chewy ad was about to play. I said nope. You know, my friends complain that I don't really join the voice call with them. Well, I have Discord open. They're literally in a voice call right now. But, you know, I can't join because I'm doing this, broadcasting to no one watching. Well, these are the choices I made in life. You know how at the top of this I mentioned me losing something at a speedrun pace? Well, let me tell you something that I did end up losing recently. So recently, like, this does involve my car. I didn't get in a car accident again, but I didn't. This does include my car. I lost the USB that has my music in my car. Because the car I have is old, you know, it doesn't have Bluetooth. It doesn't have an auxiliary cord. But then again, let's be real. What car these days has an auxiliary cord? So, yeah, I lost it. How did I lose it? Well, funny story, actually. What I did was I took it out of my car in order to put it into my mom's car as I drove that. And then I put it into my bag. When I was about to drive my mom's car again, I took it out of my bag, but my hand was full. So what I did was, like, I just dropped everything in my hand onto the seat so that I could just, like, pick it up and then put everything else away. Well, that USB, it fell in between the cushions, and as I tried to reach to grab it, it just kept on going in, because, I kept on opening the gaps in between the cushions to try to pick it up. It kept on going further and further in, and now it is so within the seats, it cannot be reached. So, yeah, it's gone. So, I will need to put all the music I listen to onto another USB all over again if I want to hear my own music when I'm driving in my own car. Classic me! I cannot do anything right. I cannot be trusted with even the smallest of items. Because if I do, I will lose it. Whether I try to or not, whether I like to or not, that's just who I am. Clumsy and unreliable. You see, this is why I don't have AirPods. They're so expensive, they're so small, and they're so easy to lose. I, for the life of me, do not trust myself with them. So that's why I will never go out of my way to buy them myself. Now, if I'm gifted them, then that's a different story, right? But, knowing how I am, knowing how clumsy and untrustable I am, I will never go out of my way and purposely buy AirPods just because I know I will lose them. So I do not trust myself with them, so I do not have them. And same thing. My friend asked me, like, how do you listen to stuff out in public? I'm just like, I don't. I just don't listen to stuff in public. Because, nowadays, I say nowadays, this is a long time that this is the norm now. I have an iPhone. iPhones just don't have two separate jacks anymore where you can charge it and plug in, like, a headphone jack. You can't do both at the same time. It's either one or the other. So, I don't have AirPods. I don't have earbuds. Because I actually gave them to my sister like a year ago for her to use on the airplane for a trip, and she never gave them back. So I don't know if she still has them or if she lost them. So I don't have any means of listening to stuff out in public unless I just play it out loud. So yeah, I simply just don't listen to stuff out in public. Sorry, I'm just sending a meme to my friend. One of our friends sent it, and I'm just like, this is perfect for someone else. It's a tweet, it's a screenshot of a tweet of someone tweeting, "I finally have a girlfriend," and then the chains shackling his arms breaking. And then it's another quote tweet by the same guy, "Why is she obsessed with Hello Kitty?" I'm just like, I have to send this to my friend, and I just went like, I think this is backwards in your case. Because in his case, it'd be like, I finally have a boyfriend. Why is he obsessed with cinema roll? Because for some unknown reason, my friend is, I don't want to say obsessed, but he just really likes the character of cinema roll. And yeah, that's the same friend who got me this in Japan. Cinema roll. It's always hard for me to remember how that name is spelled. So my mom told me something eye-opening earlier today, actually. So it was actually, you know, stemming from my friend who got me this. This thing keeps on coming up today. My friend who got me this in Japan. He came over to the store yesterday to give me this. You know, a small souvenir from Japan. He got my mom a box of sweets as well. And you know, I was teasing my mom like, he was able to go to Japan. You know, I want to for so long now. You know, where's my trip to Japan? So my mom was saying like, it's because he has a girlfriend. You know, he went with his girlfriend. You find yourself a girlfriend and go with her. I'm just like, I actually don't know if he went with his girlfriend or his parents. I assume he went with his parents. Like, goddamn, if he went on a Japan trip with his girlfriend already, I am extremely jealous. But for the sake of argument, let's say he went with his parents. So I was telling my mom, like, oh no, I don't think he went with his girlfriend. I think he went with his parents. I'm like, where's my trip, Mom? When am I gonna go to Japan with my parents, You know, I had my hands on my shoulders, just staring her with a giant smirk like, where's my trip with my parents, Mom? To Japan, like him. So then earlier today, my mom, in a way, kind of like sat me down. Not really, because we were in the car ride to work. My mom was like, son, if you want to go on a trip to Japan, then you need to book that yourself. Because, like, nowadays, that's completely different, right? Back then, when I was still growing up, my parents would go to like an in-person like trip planning place where you have to buy like a plane ticket or whatever, and they also book a hotel for you, like almost like a trip consultant kind of place where they would tell you about nearby places, what hotels you could stay at, blah blah blah. But it's different now. Now, that's all on you. You need to research what places you want to go to. You need to book a plane, a hotel, book everything yourself. That you need to find that shit out yourself. And my mom made the argument, like, that's what your sister does. That's what she does. That's what she is doing. All these times she goes on trips with her boyfriend, now husband. And my sister, literally in a month, not even a month, is going on a trip to Paris with her husband as a honeymoon. Like, you know, they planned all that shit out themselves. They did the plane tickets themselves. They're doing all that themselves. So, like, if I want to go on a Japan trip, I need to plan that shit out myself. And basically just ask them to pay for it. Like, I need to plan it all out. I need to let them know, like, here's the plan. And if, you know, if all the stars align, if everything works out, we will go. And because I'm too smooth-brained myself to do that, well, you know, jokes aside, I genuinely just don't know how to do that. I never booked a plane ticket before. I never, like, looked up an area in a foreign country, in a foreign continent, like, where do I want to stay? What's nearby to do, to explore? Like, I've genuinely just never done that before, so I don't know where to begin. You know, how exactly am I supposed to go about that? Like, I don't have a specific place in Japan to go to, because I don't know where to go. So I can't just, like, search up where I want to go, because I don't know where to go in Japan. I could probably look up a list, like, top 10 Japan tourist attractions, like, shopping areas or whatever. I could just do that, you know? So aside from me just genuinely not knowing how to do that, my mom also brought up the fact that, like, you know, my sister's married now. She's going on a honeymoon soon. Like, now's the time to ask her to help you do this. Because aside from the honeymoon, because, you know, she'll be gone for a week for her honeymoon. Because she's married now, she's gonna move out soon. And, you know, she's not gonna deal with your antics anymore. She's gonna, you know, focus on her husband soon. Like, worry about the rest of her life, blah, 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 raise a family, that stuff. She won't have time to waste on me when she has all that stuff to worry about, right? Ugh. You know what's something I could be doing right now? Why aren't I doing this? That is, trying to date skip until I get a Skarmory outbreak. Why aren't I doing that right now? You know, at first, I didn't want to hunt for an authentic Sinistea and Poltegeist again, because I already got them in Sword and Shield. I didn't want to hunt for them again, but then today I got their outbreak, and I'm just like, okay, fine. Since I already have it, I may as well do it. Something else that I may want to hunt in the future that would be honestly just a lot easier to breed for rather than to get an outbreak for is Dusk Lycanroc. Yeah, that's a big hassle. That's a big headache that I don't even need to tell you guys. Like, explain to you guys why. You guys already know why that's a pain. So in the future, I may just breed for it instead of, you know, resetting or date skipping for an outbreak. Sure, it may take longer, arguably, but at least it's more, you know, efficient, I guess you could say. Because not only do you need to find the damn outbreak, you also have like a couple minutes window to actually hunt for it. Because when it's not dusk or dawn, they don't spawn anymore. So, probably breeding for them is just going to be easier. You guys also remember how previously I talked about my extreme loser energy because I low-key annoyed someone to help me, you know, buy a copy of Ultra Sun so that I can do some ZA prep shiny hunts here for you guys? Well, I was told that, you know, she's not only okay to help me do it, but she already has the game. So at this point, I just need to be patient until December when she comes back for the holidays and gives me it. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't really matter when I get it, you know, just as long as I... One second. Just as long as I actually do get it. Because, I don't know if you've noticed, so I have until December to get these 9 shinies, and currently, I only have 1! So I don't think me getting it in December, like me waiting until December, is really a problem. No, the problem is, guys, I did 1 day skip just now and a Skarmory outbreak happened. Well, there goes my authentic Sinistea outbreak. It's okay, I already got 4 shinies out of it, and 2 of them are marked. So I got the elusive Skarmory outbreak that I guess I phased on by getting an authentic Sinistea outbreak. Wow, I did 1 day skip just now, and I got the Skarmory outbreak. Just wow. So anyways, yeah, I talked about before my loser energy, about like the hoops and hurdles I had to go through to get my hands on another copy of Ultra Sun in order to shiny hunt, because I don't want to restart my current copy of the game. Well, tell me why I low-key feel guilty about like annoying the shit out of her to basically help me do this stupid favor. I mean, I only in a total asked her like twice if she can help me do this. I asked once, you know, just to bring the idea to her, and then I asked her again. I didn't ask her directly, I asked my friend, who is her boyfriend. I asked him basically like, hey, you're sure she's fine with helping me do this, right? I swear, I'm not trying to be annoying. I just want to make sure, because, you know, make sure she's okay with it, and then, you know, I'm just paranoid that, like, she's either going to forget, or she does this later on, and the game is sold out. So I just want to make sure. Like, I felt like I was being so annoying just by even bringing it back up once at all. And then I come to find out that a separate friend of ours, you know, he's in our friend group, a separate friend of ours, he, unprovoked, asked her about it too. Like, he wanted to make sure that she knew to help me with this. So here I am, feeling guilty already, and then I learned, oh, you went out of your way to ask her to make sure that, like, she's okay to help me do this? Well, it's like, great, not only did I annoy her about it, then you annoyed her about it too, without me even asking you to do so. Yeah. Nice shiny, thank you, I got 5 today. And I'm about to begin to try to find a shiny Skarmory because it took literally one try and I found the Outbreak. You know, speaking of Skarmory, I would love to see a Mega Skarmory. Not because Skarmory's a favorite of mine or anything. It's just because, well, Skarmory kinda just exists. It just exists. No new forms, no anything. It doesn't get any attention or love at all. Too OP? Yeah, I know Skarmory is like a decent Pokemon for whatever. Steel Flying is too good. Yes, I know. Megas were... I say mostly, but then we have a lot of pseudo-legendaries with Megas. Megas were given to a lot of, like, terrible trash Pokemon and gave them a better new form. Because while I don't know anything about competitive, I did hear that Mawile was unusable before its Mega. But yeah, like, I would love to see Skarmory get a Mega just because it just exists. There's nothing interesting about it. And yes, you could say that about a lot of other Pokemon that are just one-offs, no evolutions, no new forms. They just exist. I don't know why the first example that comes to mind is Delibird. I mean, Delibird got a Paradox. And Delibird is, you know, quite marketable when it comes to, like, the holidays. Something like Skarmory, though, you just don't really see in any sort of marketing. So yeah, I would love to see a Mega Skarmory. Oh crap. So you guys know how I just recently bought a new PC for $2,000? While yes, it is a big purchase, I gotta confess, like, this kind of happened at, like, this couldn't have happened at a better time. Because previously I was doing everything on a very old, decade-old laptop. And I guess all the years of streaming on it has finally caught up, because nowadays it just crashes a lot. Sometimes I would turn it on and then a couple minutes later it would just crash on its own. So yeah, this PC purchase came at a pretty good time. I can finally put it to rest. You know, I'm kind of debating nowadays, should I just, like, leave it at work? Because, you know, me bringing it back to home and then to work every day probably ain't the best thing. Probably best to just leave it stationary. So until I'm, like, fully done using it for gaming content and whatever, I think after I am done, I'll probably just leave it at work. Because, you know, I now have a computer at home. Okay, let's see. In order to make a steel-type sandwich, I need Hamburg. Pretty sure I have that on my other game. Yeah, I'm controlling like 3 games at once right now, just because my other Switch, I'm using it to give myself a sandwich boost. Look, it's gonna turn midnight soon, okay? And you know, the outbreak will disappear after midnight. I realize, like, I am fully aware I can just change the date back, so I can keep the outbreak. But you know, to avoid that very small and minor hassle, let me just try to, like, knock out 60 now. And maybe get a shiny Delibird. Maybe try to get a shiny Skarmory? It kind of sucks, too, because this outbreak ain't smack dab in the middle. It is, like, on the side. Anyways, Union Circle, form a group. So it seems like after tonight, because this Patrat doesn't seem to want to be shiny. Damn it. It seems like after tonight I will have some things to do now to keep me busy during the day. Gather more Patrat eggs. That's about it. And if I don't get the shiny Skarmory, yeah, that. You know something else that I wanted to shiny hunt? Like, starting thanks to a couple days ago? Something else I wanted to shiny hunt is Houndour and Houndoom. The reason I want to shiny hunt them is because I just flat out forgot they were in Scarlet and Violet. They're at the very beginning of the game, in the cave where you meet the legendary. And then, unless you're in that area, and specifically at night, they just don't really spawn. And they really spawn in that one area at the beginning of the game. Primarily at night. So you really see it at the beginning of the game, and if you're not there afterwards, you just don't really see it at all. So I completely forgot they were even in this game. So I'm like, oh yeah, they're in this game. You know what, just so I don't forget that they're in this game again, let me get a shiny of them. So that's something else I want to do. I want to get a shiny Houndour and Houndoom, just because they're not really common in the game, to the point I just forgot they were even in the game. Despite, you know, them playing a relatively big role at the very beginning. I need to drink more of my orange pulp water. You know, I'm not used to my PC keyboard. I'm used to my laptop keyboard. You know, using it for 10 years, you remember where certain keys are. But because this keyboard is new to me, yeah, you know, if I don't look at the keys, I kind of don't know which button I'm pressing. Okay, so 2 hamburgers, 1 butter, and 2 salty herba mysticas gives me Sparkle, Title, and Encounter. Perfect, that's exactly what I need. How you guys doing? Everyone doing okay? Everyone having a good time out there? I know school just started again, and I can really feel the effect. Everywhere is quiet and empty now because it's back to school. Everyone's back at school. Oops. The mall's empty, not only the one I work at. Restaurants are empty. Viewership is down, but like, I say viewership when average I got like 1, but still. Oh, that's 2 boxes down, 2 left to go. We're halfway done with tonight, and it looks like we're screwed. Unless a miracle happens. Yeah, I'm just feeling the effect of, you know, back to school, because Everything's so quiet. And you know what else I could also do that would keep me busy for quite a long time? And that is working on a 3DS living dex. I have a fully completed living dex on my Switch and Pokemon Home, but not for the 3DS. You guys have heard the story of how hard it was for me to get a freaking Aromatisse just to get the shiny charm. Like, if I get my own living dex, then I won't need to borrow a certain someone's all the time. But you know, a living dex, that's a lot of work. And if I am to do this, I might need to do 2. Because remember, on the 3DS, for the Pokemon games, Gen 7 cannot go backwards. The moment a Gen 6 Pokemon goes into Gen 7, it can never go back to Gen 6 for some stupid reason. So if I catch a Charmander in my Alpha Sapphire and I send it to my Ultra Moon, that Charmander can never go back to Alpha Sapphire. So that means I would need 2 separate living dexes. One for Gen 6 and one for Gen 7. And I know it's like, well, how often do I really need a Gen 6 living dex, right? Like, I need it for just both X and Y, and then, like, how often am I actually going to need one, right? You never know. You never know. Maybe one day in the future, I'll buy another copy of X or Y, and then, well, if I don't have one prepared, I'm screwed. No living dex for the shiny charm. I've been listening to Gentle Madman for 34 minutes. Huh. Nope. You will not be playing that ad. Oh my god, I absolutely cannot go for Skarmory at the same time. It is... I can only focus on one. I already lost count. I think I knocked out 10 so far. There are so many Skarmories now. Okay, I think, roughly counting in my head, I already knocked out 20 Skarmory. $25. $30. 31. 32. This is a rough guess, by the way. I kind of lost count. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43. I said 43. Knock it down. Thank you. Ugh. My Cerulege ended up underwater because of that. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. Just need to knock out 10 more. And 60. And I'll knock out one more just for good measure. 61. Alright, now I do picnic resets. God damn it, the way this Outbreak is positioned, there's this one douchebag NPC who's at the perfect spot to set up a picnic. But I can't set up a picnic like that. So I need to move further away. Jackass NPC. Standing at the perfect spot to make a picnic. Ugh. Is that a shiny shield on? Is this really a shiny shield on right now? Or am I tripping? Is this lighting? Look at that. Do you see one of them looks a little different? It is a shiny... I was afraid that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Skarmory Outbreak, shiny shield on. Man, I knew that was gonna happen too. Why do you think I purposely found a Skarmory Outbreak? Oh look, I caught it first catch. Critical catch, nice. Well, since I already caught it, let's at least take a look at the summary. Any mark? No. Well, I guess it's okay. I wanted a shiny shield on at some point. Anyways, here, look at where the Skarmory Outbreak is. Right on the edge, right there. Look at my Joy-Con drift. Right on the edge, right there too. It couldn't have been in the middle, no. I got a shiny tonight. It's not the one I wanted. Now that in-game the sun is setting, it's kind of hard to see if the Skarmory is shiny or not because of the stinking lighting. And yes, it is not easy to do this with one hand. Was I calling it Shelgon or Shieldon? Because Shieldon, ain't that the Bagon evolution? And this is... No, Shelgon, Shieldon. This should be Shieldon, which evolves into Bastiodon. See, what sucks is the Skarmory outbreak is so close to the water, I get water spawns taking up the, the number of things that could be on screen. And if I go too far from the water, then Shieldons will spawn. My sandwich still has 12 and a half minutes. Just really paying attention to see if I can find a shiny Skarmory. Alright, I found a good picnic spot. I basically have to be right up against the water. Because there's also a patch of land behind where the water is, where other Skarmory can spawn. 5 eggs left for box 3, and then we're on our final box. Guys, I think that might be it. Is that it? Like, can you see that one? Oh yeah, I see the green. I see the hint of green. Oh no, look. There it is. There's my shiny Skarmory. I think. I'm pretty sure that's shiny. Yes! Shiny Skarmory. Well, I'll let you know if it has anything. Wow, you can really barely tell at certain angles that it even is shiny. Well, I have like just under an hour before midnight. So at least I got it before, before midnight, and then the outbreak change. I even turned up my screen brightness for that too. Oop, critical catch. Wow, on the summary screen, it is extremely noticeable as a shiny. No mark. I still have 2.5 minutes on my sandwich. I may as well take advantage of it and see if anything else will shine. Well, we're down to our last box. Nothing here was shiny and I just didn't notice it, right? Okay, nope. Last box, final 30. If there's no shiny in these 30, we're screwed. Oh, you know what? I didn't even finish my loser story. So the point I was trying to get at is that I was told that she already helped me buy the game, and now, you know, we're just waiting for December so she can actually give it to me, and I pay her back, of course. Now, you know, I don't know if she actually bought the game already and she currently has it just waiting to deliver it to me and then I pay her back for it. I don't know if that's the case or they're just telling me she has it so they can just, you know, get me to stop annoying her. You know, hopefully it's the former. Hopefully she does actually already have the game and she can just give it to me in December. Like, do I really have any right to be mad at her if she, you know, forgot to do it or didn't do it when I was the one, you know, poking at her to be like, can you help me do this, please? I beg you. Well, my sandwich is over. I only phased once on the Skarmory. I mean, I wanted to get a shiny Shieldon and a Bastiodon at some point. Well, I have a shiny Shieldon now, so that saves me the trouble of finding one of the two, but I still need another for a Bastiodon. Oops. Um. What the hell? Okay, hold on. So, remember earlier I sent that meme to my friend? Yeah, he replied. It's backwards, but I'm proud. Did I try the matcha cookie? The one he bought from my mom. So he also sent me a picture about new McDonald's toys. And it's Crocs. McDonald's Crocs. You know, funny enough, my sister actually showed me this, I think yesterday, and asked, like, when can we get these, because they're cute. Wow, McDonald's toy Crocs. Aw, shit. No, I see, like, there are 5 sets. One set has two designs, and there are 5 sets. The first one started September 5th to September 11th. And right now, it's the second one. Oh man. I didn't know these have already started. Because my sister, she likes these. Oh, I gotta let her know then. She may make me drive out to get her these toy McDonald's Crocs tomorrow. Was that all of them? Yes. We are going closer and closer to no shiny Patrat. This is heartbreaking. I will do this until I get the shiny Patrat. Even if it takes me 1,000 more eggs, I will do it. Is it me, or has McDonald's toys kind of fell off? I remember back then McDonald's toys were actually like fun to play with, but that's because, you know, I was actually a kid playing with toys back then. You know, I'm not about to be a grown-ass man playing, like genuinely playing with a McDonald's toy. But aside from that, it's like, okay, I grew older. I don't actually play with the toys anymore, but like certain collections, I like to collect them, like the Pokemon toys or the Hot Wheels toys. Whenever McDonald's has those, I still go out of my way to collect them. Is it just me, or has the toys just fallen off in like quality? I think it has something to do with like pollution or whatever. They don't want to use as much plastic for toys anymore, because I think even they recognize the toys, kids only play with them for so much and then they become garbage. That'll just be more plastic and land dumps. So like now it's books or little like stuffed dolls, stuff that isn't as hazardous to the environment as plastic toys are. So I think that was one of the reasons why McDonald's toys kind of dipped in quality. I know it's for the environment, but I just gotta say, it's a bit of a shame. McDonald's toys were something magical. Even, you know, after I grew out of the phase where I genuinely played with them. It's still a shame to see McDonald's toys like they've become books and stuffed dolls. And even the toys that are made of plastic, they suck. They're just not fun, not appealing, not good to look at. They just suck. Shame. It's a real shame. Oh yeah, the moon tonight. Tonight's moon was a big-ass full moon. Little hint of color in there too. Something about it being the Mid-Autumn Festival. You eat moon cakes now. It's always been a bit of a hassle for me. I've already explained previously what my dad makes us do during this time of the year. This time with the added benefit of drinking it instead of just showering with it. You know, I still find little bits of ash and soot in my shower every now and then. Because it just splashed off my head onto the wall and then onto like the corner. So every now and then I still find a piece of it still stuck on my bathtub. But once again, you know, like, why did I actually do it? Well, my dad's put up with me for, you know, since the day I was born. He changed my diapers, he bought me everything I asked for, he put up with my teenage years, and he also put up with his idiot son when he crashed the car. So, like, it's the least I can do to make my dad happy, right? What am I doing? I need to go back to the Pokemon Center. We are halfway into the last box. I have 6, 12, 13, 15 eggs left. I should have known it was 15. Half of 30 is 15, you moron. We have 15 eggs left. If there's no shiny in these 15 eggs... You know, out of curiosity, aside from the Skarmory outbreak that spawned, what else spawned? There's a Smeargle outbreak, and a Finneon outbreak in the polar biome. Ooh, a Froakie outbreak. Let's see, over in Paldea, there's a Tropius outbreak. There's a Knackley and a Flittle outbreak. A Azumarill outbreak. Oh dang, I might actually go for that. Let's see, over at Kitakami. The Dunsparce outbreak. Hold on, if that's a 3 segment, I don't think it is. Hold on, let me go check that Dunsparce outbreak. Because what if it actually is a 3 segment? I don't think it is, because the icon shows a 2 segment. I can't remember if they actually differentiated, like they updated with the 3 segment icon or not. I'm just gonna go double check. I'm pretty sure it's a 2-segment outbreak. Wow, I just found a random wild Lucario just walking around. Is it in the cave? It says I found an outbreak of the Dunsparce. I don't see a single one. Ten eggs left. Oh, for a second I thought that was a shiny Combi. No, that's a Volbeat back there. That ain't no damn shiny Combi. Anyways, I must be tripping because I do not see a single Dunsparce. The Dunsparce outbreak my ass. I don't think there's a cave network underneath this spot. I'm like, is that my Gallade? No, I don't even have a Gallade on my party right now. That's a wild Gallade just walking around. Is it actually spawning in the cave, I wonder? Ugh. It is! It is in the cave. And it's just a 2-segment. Okay. Oh my god, the frame rate at this lake. I'm at Castle Royale Lake just checking out the Azumarill outbreak, and oh my god. I cannot believe they never release an update to fix this. Then again, when do Pokemon ever release updates to fix their games, right? Okay, but when homebrew? Maybe when I buy another 3DS to homebrew, so I can leave one, you know, unhacked. It's too late, they're too expensive. It's never too late. As long as I fork over the money, it's never too late. I'm about to run out of eggs, and when I do, I'll need to collect more. They're like 300 to 450 right now. That's actually cheaper than it will be tomorrow. Maybe less if you get a Japanese one. Well, let's book a trip to Japan. I'm so tired of Patrat. I just want to move on. But I can't. I need a second shiny Patrat first. And I will not move on until I get it. We are down to, I think, the last 5 eggs. Yes, we have 5 eggs left. If there's no shiny in these 5 eggs, well, we're not moving on. I need to go and get more Patrat eggs until I get another shiny. And here I thought 810 eggs were overdoing it. I gotta move all these shiny... I need to move all these Patrats out. You know? Like, I gotta make space. These Patrats gotta go somewhere. So I gotta get rid of all these Patrats. And then I gotta collect more eggs. It's gonna end up taking me like 10 streams to get a second one. Wow, all this work for a Patrat of all things. I'm gonna be saying the same thing when it comes time to hunt for Simisear. All that work for a damn shiny Simisear of all things. Yes, we will be doing that at some point. If it takes me 10 streams to get a shiny Simisear, it is what it is. Man, what's crazy is I ended up getting 2 shinies on stream today, neither of which are the ones that I'm actually going for. That's 1. There's 4 left. Oh, it's not looking good. 3 left. Two left. No, we have 1 left. Come on, please. Final egg, please. Come on, please. Shiny. I need it. Please. Final egg. No. 810 eggs, where the odds are 1 in 512, 1 shiny out of 810 eggs. Man, this is bullshit right here. Maybe you're doing it wrong? Shut up. Wouldn't it be hilarious, out of all these 810s, I got one that's a perfect IV or whatever, and I just don't know it, and I'm going to transfer it, or, yeah, delete it because it's not shiny. I don't even know which one I got was shiny anymore. Out of all of these, I don't remember which box it was in. I don't remember where the shiny is anymore. Oh, there it is. There's the shiny. 512. Those are the odds. 810 eggs, 1 shiny. Bullshit. Well, we are not done. I will be back with more Patrat eggs, and we will continue until we get a second one. Whoops. Like if you take a look at how many eggs this was. Okay. I need to get rid of all these Patrats first. I need to collect more eggs, and then I will be back and get a second one. Not enough, apparently. Well, that'll do it for today. That's literally all the eggs I have. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hey, at least we got some shinies tonight. I may not have gotten the second shiny Patrat. I did get a shield. No. Shield on. shell gun. No, it is shield on. I got a shiny shield on, and I got a shiny Skarmory on screen today. So at least there's that. But next time, we will be going for more shiny Patrats. Thanks for watching. See you then.